If you're watching this, go ahead and hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Because what I'm about to tell you sounds like something out of a movie, only it happened to me. My name is Lillian Granger. I'm 66 years old, recently retired, recently widowed, and apparently just naive enough to think my daughter and her husband actually cared about my well-being. 3 months ago, my life looked very different. My husband, Douglas, had passed away after a long illness. We'd been together for 42 years. No kids except our daughter, Monica, who was the light of our life, until she married Ethan. After Douglas's funeral, Monica suddenly started calling me daily, dropping by with food, asking about how I was coping alone in that too big house. At first, I was touched. "Mom, you need a new chapter," she said one afternoon, her hand warm over mine. "You can't live in that drafty old colonial forever," Ethan chimed in. "You deserve something easier. One level, less maintenance, something fresh." I should have seen the warning signs when Monica started asking about Douglas's pension and our investments. Not overtly, just casually, asking about paperwork, wanting to help manage things. Ethan kept dropping the phrase legacy planning as if I didn't know what that meant. But the part that really stung was when they brought up selling my house, the one Doug and I built from the ground up. "Mom," Monica said, "we could sell this place, split the equity, and get you a lovely little townhome. Something quiet. And you could be close to us and the baby." Ah, yes, the baby, my future grandchild. She said it like an anchor, like a chain tied to guilt. I smiled politely and told them I'd think about it. That night, I sat in my bedroom staring at the folder from the bank, the one with Douglas's life insurance policy. I had access to almost $500,000 in cash. And that's when I saw it. The listing for the house on Alder Lane, a 5-bedroom craftsman-style home with a sunroom, a fully updated kitchen, and best of all, a small greenhouse out back, just like the one I always dreamed of. I wasn't thinking legacy. I was thinking peace. I was thinking finally, something for me. I bought it, quietly, in a trust under my maiden name. I hired a designer. A landscaper, had every room touched up. I imagined unveiling it to Monica as a gift. "This is for your growing family," I pictured myself saying, handing her the keys with pride. "Let's all build new memories here." But I never got that far. A few weeks later, Monica called me in a panic. "Mom, I found it. The perfect house. It's on Alder Lane, it even has a greenhouse. But the seller wants cash. We just can't swing that kind of offer right now." I almost dropped the phone. "Oh, well, how much is it?" "73500, she said. "But it's worth it, Mom. It's perfect. It's meant to be ours." I didn't say a word, not even when she added, "Maybe if you could help us with the down payment, like an early inheritance." The word inheritance echoed in my ears like a slap. I told her I'd think about it. Then I drove to my house. I sat in my greenhouse, and I waited. The next day, I went by to check on the contractor's final touches. But someone had beaten me there. Monica and Ethan, walking around the front yard like they owned it, measuring, pointing. Monica on the phone saying, "This will be the baby's room. We'll put the crib right there." I parked across the street and watched, invisible. That night, Ethan texted me, saying another buyer was interested and time was running out. "Just a wire transfer, Lillian," he wrote. "Then we'll handle the paperwork." That was the moment I decided to play the long game. I called my lawyer, I called the locksmith, and I called a security company to install 8 discrete cameras throughout the home. That weekend, I moved in, quietly, alone. When Monica and Ethan came by the following Monday to show the place to friends, their keys didn't work. I watched through the peephole as Monica jiggled the handle and cursed under her breath. I waited. An hour later, Ethan called me. "Mom, someone changed the locks at the Alder house." "The Alder house?" He stumbled. "Yeah, the one we were interested in. Monica just drove by and Ethan." I said calmly, "That house belongs to me." Silence. "You mean?" "I bought it. With my money. Weeks ago. The locks were changed because someone tried to enter without permission." "You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?" More silence. The next day, I received an envelope. Inside was a letter from a lawyer representing Monica and Ethan, claiming I'd promised to gift the house and was now emotionally damaging their family by withholding it. I called my lawyer again. Are you ready to press charges? He asked. Not yet, but document everything. Every text, every voicemail, every lie. Days turned into weeks. They sent flowers, then guilt-tripped me, then threatened me, then offered rent. Then came the real bomb. Monica was pregnant. Don't you want to be part of your grandchild's life? She asked me, her voice honeyed. I do, I said, but not under manipulation. Then just sign the house over to us, she snapped. It'll be safer if it's in our names, for tax purposes. For the baby. I nearly laughed. Let me guess, I said. Your accountant uncle told you that. She froze. You know what's safer, I said. Keeping assets away from people who lie, cheat, and commit attempted fraud against their own family. She hung up. 6 months later, I hosted my first real dinner at the house on Alder Lane. My new neighbors came. A teacher, a nurse, an elderly couple who brought fresh pie. No Monica, no Ethan, no drama. Just laughter and the smell of rosemary chicken from the kitchen I designed myself. Kevin, my grandson, was born healthy. I send gifts, cards. I visit once a month. Always supervised, always civil. But I never again gave them access to my finances, my keys, or my trust. Because here's the truth no one tells you. Family doesn't entitle someone to your peace. Kindness doesn't mean blindness. And love doesn't mean letting yourself be used. Sometimes walking away from people you love is the only way to truly love yourself. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you've been manipulated by someone you trusted, share your story in the comments.